Years ago, in the silent days, I used to write with the camera. Well, I never had anything prepared, you see. I would get on a set and would start early in the cold morning. And then you'd start, and you'd get excited, and out of excitement would come invention.
January 6, 1928, the world premiere of the Circus at the Strand Theatre in New York. Though motion pictures were on the threshold of the talkie revolution, the film's success was comparable to that of the Gold Rush. The Los Angeles premiere took place 3 weeks later at Grauman's Chinese Theatre. The Circus remained invisible for almost 4 decades before Chaplin decided to re-release it in 1969 in a restored version complete with a new score of his own composition. In his autobiography, Chaplin never so much as mentions the Circus, which demanded 2 years of exhausting work. Its production was fraught with difficulties and shooting was suspended several times. Of all Chaplin's silent films, The Circus undoubtedly remains the most underrated, and a film that cries out for rediscovery. Chaplin knew nothing about filmmaking when Mack Sennett hired him for Keystone, but just about everything remained to be invented.
Sennett's manner of working had seemed right. His remark that very first day at the studio, "We have no scenario, we get an idea, then follow the natural sequence of events," had stimulated my imagination.
Mack Sennett had seen Chaplin perform as a member of Fred Karno's famous British Music Hall Company. The programs were made up of short pantomime sketches which followed one another at a frenetic pace, heavily influencing slapstick film comedy. British Music Hall was the quintessential art form of the masses. The licensing laws of the 18th century had forbidden the performance of plays with dialogue except on the stages of the Theatres Royal. The pantomime artists of the Carnot shows were the direct descendants of the Commedia dell'arte in that they could not speak. The music hall was the people's art, characterized by a certain penchant for mockery of the ruling class. A Night in the Show is the only film in which we can see sketches as they were performed in a Carnot revue. In it, Chaplin plays a double role, that of a troublesome spectator in the balcony and a drunken socialite in the orchestra.
The Carnot revues preserved all the forms and traditions of pantomime. Acrobatics, juggling, tumbling, miming, broad slapstick, song, dance and burlesque. Their characters included drunks coming home, bicycle snatchers, pool room sharks, punch-drunk boxers, music hall hams, magicians and so on.